Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this latest webinar from my English school here in Milan. All right, my name is Liam, and I'll be leading this class for the next hour. And this is a webinar for students who are in level 1 to 3. Okay, so first thing, very important, is just to introduce myself. Okay, so my name is Liam. I'm 30 years old. I come from Manchester in the United Kingdom. Okay, so I am the teacher for this lesson. Okay, so very important. If you cannot hear me, okay, you can tell me. Okay, if you cannot hear me or see me, okay, please write in the comment section. Okay, so this focus today is about possessives. Okay, the subject for today is possessives. Okay. Okay, the subject for today is, excuse me, subject for today is possessives, okay? And then that will be for the first 30 minutes, okay? And in the second 30 minutes, we will do a different subject. If you have any questions for me, you can write your questions in the comment section. Okay, I'll write that here. If you have any questions for me, you can write them here. Okay, if you have any questions for me, you can write them here. Okay. Okay, so, okay, and everyone says, so hello, Simona. Okay, for example. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so this is, okay, this focus here, okay, is for, okay, is let's start, okay. One moment, sorry, I'm just going to. Okay. Okay, so sorry about that, just a little technical problem for a moment, okay? So the focus for today is on mine and yours, okay? And in this focus activity, we are speaking about, okay, how to show possession. We are speaking about the genitive S, and we are asking questions, okay? So those are the three areas that we are focusing on today. How to show possession, the genitive S, and asking questions. Okay, sorry, there's a question here. Okay, Giuseppe says, why the channel 8 to 10? Is there a focus 2 to 3? This focus is a 2 to 3, okay, for today. There is a separate webinar that is 8 to 10, but this one is a 2 to 3. So first thing is this question, okay? The question in English we ask is this, when we say, whose is it? And this question in English is used when we want to ask who possesses an object. So it is the question that we ask when we want to know whose property is an object, okay? And whose is it is a general open question, okay? So it's called an open question, okay? As an example, okay? We say, whose is it is what we call an open, okay? We say that is an open question. We say this is an open question because there are many different possible answers, okay? But then the second question, is it yours? Okay, this is a closed question. Okay, this is a closed question because the possible answers, okay, is it yours, is a closed question because there are only two possible answers. And the two possible answers are yes or no, okay? Because you can see in the question here, the question, is it yours? Positive answer, yes, it is mine, or no, it isn't mine, okay? So it in English, okay, as a pronoun, okay, it in English is the pronoun for, we say, objects and things. Okay, it is the pronoun for objects and things. Okay, so for example, if I take an object, okay, and I can say, is it yours? So, is it yours? Okay, and the response can be positive, yes, it is, or in the negative form, no, it isn't. Okay, yes, it is, or no, it isn't. Okay, and then we have the word mine. And mine in English, okay, is used to indicate that it is my possession. Okay, mine indicates, okay, that it is my possession. For example, this phone is mine. Okay, this phone is mine. Okay, but this headset, okay, these microphones, these are not mine. Okay, these are not mine. Okay. And Claudia has a question here. Claudia says, can I say whose is it in a big space like a class, but also at home if there are many people in? Okay. Yes, Claudia. Okay. Whose is it can be for a group of people. Okay, Claudia. This can be for multiple people. Okay, you can say whose is it? Okay, if you want to talk to a group of people. For example, if I have a group of 10 students, for example, and I find, for example, a phone, okay, and in a group of 10 students, I say, whose is it? and I ask all of the students. Okay. Okay. So, it's very important in English to know about what we call in English possessive pronouns. Okay, possessive pronouns. Okay, because in English we have normal pronouns. Okay, regular pronouns like, for example, I, you, he, she, we, they. Okay, these are the normal or regular pronouns. Okay, but possessive pronouns, these are different. Okay, because we can see here that possessive pronouns replace a noun. Okay, possessive pronouns replace a noun. Okay, so we see that the possessive pronouns in English, we can say the pronoun I, the possessive pronoun is mine. Okay. The possessive pronoun you. Okay. The possessive, okay, the answer is yours. The pronoun he, the possessive pronoun is his. The pronoun she, the possessive pronoun is hers. The pronoun we, the possessive pronoun is ours. And the pronoun they, the possessive pronoun is theirs. Okay, so you see again, I, mine, you, yours, he, his, she, hers, we, ours, they, theirs. Okay. And this is important, okay, because if we know possessive pronouns, it helps to stop repetition. For example, in English, this sentence, that dog is not my dog. This in English contains repetition. Okay, so instead of saying that dog is not my dog, we can say instead that dog is not mine. And this is better. This is a more natural way to speak English. If you say, instead of that dog is not my dog, we say that dog is not mine. Again, this notebook is my notebook. Okay, so again, we say notebook, notebook. This notebook is my notebook. Okay, but in English, it's better if we use the possessive pronoun mine. Okay, this notebook is mine. Okay, for example, again, this phone is mine, but this computer is not mine. Okay. So again, if we're talking about flowers, instead of saying these flowers are not his flowers, her flowers, my flowers, etc., I can just say these flowers are not mine. Okay, these flowers are not mine. Okay, so again, if we're looking at the pronoun you and the possessive pronoun yours, okay, you and yours, okay, because that S explains the possession. So instead of saying this coat is not your sister's coat, it's your coat, we can say in English, this is not your sister's coat, it's yours. Okay, this is not your sister's coat, it's yours, for example. Similar, if we say, are these children your children? In English, we can say, are these children yours, for example? Okay, again, if we're using mine, okay, and I want to say, for example, with two possessive pronouns, and I want to say, for example, this book is not mine. This book is not mine. It's yours. Okay, we can say, this book is not mine. It's yours. Again, for example. If we look now with the masculine and the feminine, he and she, and then the possessive pronouns his and hers, for example. Okay, so I can say, is this David's phone? Now, David is masculine, okay? That is a masculine name in grammar. So instead of saying, for example, is this David's phone? We don't say, yes, it's David's phone. We can just say in English, yes, it's his. Okay, is this David's phone? Yes, it's his. Okay. In this example, are these Sarah's glasses? So again, Sarah is feminine. So we don't want to say, yes, they are Sarah's glasses. Instead, in English, I can just say, yes, they are hers. Okay, are these Sarah's glasses? Yes, they are hers. Okay. Again, if we're talking about an opposite possessive pronoun, okay, we have coffee, and we're saying we've got here the masculine, and so we want the opposite, which is the feminine. So instead of saying this coffee is not his, we say it's hers. Okay, instead of saying this coffee is not his, it's hers. Okay, and again, in this example, we've got that isn't Jane's house. Okay, now because here, Jane is feminine. Okay, so we say that isn't Jane's house, it's his, because we are emphasizing that it is the opposite. Okay. Okay, so again, if you have an object, so if I ask you, for example, if I have, for example, a pencil or a bottle or a phone, okay, and if I do not know the identity of the person whose property this is, okay, if I don't know the identity of the person whose property this is, okay, I can say, is it yours? Because I want to know whose property it is, okay? So if I say, for example, if I ask a student or ask a person, for example, excuse me, is it yours? In the negative, the student can respond and say, no, it isn't mine. I think it's hers. Or I think it's his. Okay, because hers and his explain the possession of the object. Okay, so again, now here we can see another important example. Is it yours? Okay, obviously this is when we speak about, if we say, is it yours? That is for singular object. Okay, that question, is it yours, explains, okay, a singular object, okay? But if you say, are they yours? Okay, we are explaining a plural object. Okay, so is it yours is for a singular object. Are they yours is for a plural object. Okay? So, for example, if I'm asking about a car would be a singular object. So I would say, is it yours? And if it's the negative answer, you would say, no, it isn't mine, for example. Again, with this example, we would use a singular form. And again, we would say, is it yours? For example. Here, okay, we have 3 children. So we wouldn't use the singular form because this is 3. It is more than 1. So it is a plural. So for this example, we would say not is it yours, but we would say are they yours, for example. Are they yours? Okay. A boat is a singular object. So again, in English, we would say, is it yours? A house is also a singular object. So here, again, we need the singular pronoun. So this, again, would be, is it yours? But if you have 2 apples, of course, these are plural. So instead of is it, we now have to say instead, are they yours? Okay, we now have to say, are they yours? Okay, and coffee is also uncountable in English, so we have to say, is it yours? Okay, so again, if you're speaking in the opposite way, okay, your photos are great, okay, so for them, you would have to say the opposite. Your photos, you would say ours, okay, because this time we're thinking about as a group of people. This could be me and my friend, or me and my girlfriend, you and your husband, etc. Okay. In this one, these cats are not ours, okay, because we're thinking now about group pronouns, okay? So these cats are not ours, they are theirs, okay? These cats are not ours, they are theirs, okay? Here, in this one, okay, we would say, this is not our apartment, okay? We would say, it's theirs, okay? I would say these are not their tickets. I think they are ours. Okay? Because we're doing the opposite. You know, your, because remember that your in English can be a group. Okay? So we can remember that, okay, your in English can be singular pronoun. Okay? But it can also be, okay, your can be a singular pronoun, but it can also be a group pronoun in English, okay? And in these cases, you've got these cats are not, they are theirs. This is not, it's theirs. These are not their tickets. I think they are ours, for example. Okay. So just in the last few minutes of the first part, if we just have a look at these questions, okay, what we have here is, okay, example instances, we've been given pronoun, but we need to choose the correct possessive pronoun, okay, instead, okay? So, for example, if the pronoun is she, then the correct possessive pronoun, we would say, stop, those are not your glasses, they are hers. Okay? In the second example, we have the pronoun they. Okay? So instead of they, we need to use the possessive pronoun. So we would say, our car is old, okay? But theirs is new. Okay? So instead of saying their car, we say theirs. In number 3, you've got he. And so we would say, my computer is a PC, but his is a Mac. Okay. In number 4, we have I. So this is speaking about myself. So instead of I, we need to use the possessive pronoun, and we would say, you can't have any chocolate. It's all mine. Okay. In number 5, we have the pronoun we. So we need to think, what's the possessive pronoun for we? And of course, we say, are these tickets ours? Okay. And then in you, okay, we've got to think again, what's the correct possessive pronoun? And we would say, is this coat yours? Okay. So just to review before we take a quick break, again, with the possessive pronouns, okay, we have to think, I is mine, you is yours, he is she is hers, we is ours, and they is theirs. Okay. Right, now, guys, we're just going to take a short break, okay? I'll just write this here. Okay, and we'll begin again in a few minutes. Okay, because I just need to step away, okay, for a moment. Okay, so I'm just going to